Hey guys, Jonah with DIY here today, and we have a really cool product we're going to be taking in for review. So this is the high-tech Vortex 2 air cleaning gun, and this is a good accessory that you can add on to your collection if you have an air compressor, which we do have here at the office, which is why we want to pick this one up. And this one is $39.69, so $42 after tax. It's a super basic and very simple package, and I actually kind of already opened it up and took a look at it and kind of tested it out to make sure it all works good and everything. But it came like this from Amazon. Just some simple bag here with the, of course, attachment for your air compressor. We actually already went ahead and attached that air compressor attachment as well, so we can remove it and add it onto the air compressor pretty easily. But yeah, this is pretty much all it is. It's very basic packaging. Upon initial impressions, it's a pretty basic tool. Build quality seems to be just fine, and it already seems like a little bit kind of dirty. I don't know if this was used or not. It honestly could be. Just based on the out of box quality of it. There's definitely some spots on it that aren't perfect, but again, this is just going to be used for detailing, and that's what's going to be the real test to it. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. For those of you wondering, this is Amazon's highest rated tornado tool. So we bought this in the assumption that a lot of people are going to be wondering how this works. So we're going to be putting it to the test today. There are some cheaper options out there, but we paid $39 for this exact unit. You can find some cheaper ones online for like $23. We're going to be putting it to the test today to see if it's worth that extra $20. All right, so we are outside now, and I got the Z pulled around back, and my car's not too dirty, to be honest, but this rear trunk liner area has always been kind of a difficult area for me to detail. And even whenever I vacuum it, it still has a lot of small things inside of the carpet that just are really hard to get out. So this will be a good test subject here. Got some like pet hair and stuff like that around back. So we're going to be trying that out today in the back here, and I'll give you guys a before and after. So this is kind of the before, kind of what you see here. Again, not insanely dirty. And then in the passenger side here, just debris over time when people get in and out of the cars. So we'll be able to give this a good try, see what it turns out to. And I'm also going to have Matt try this out for us as well today, or at least tomorrow or something like that, because he has a dog that has a lot of hair in his car. So this will actually be really good for him, especially with, that dog shedding in his car a lot. So we'll try out this one first, see how a really light detail works on this thing, and see if it's worth picking up for you. And it's really harsh lighting outside right now, so sorry if it's kind of hard to see, but we have the Vortex tornado gun right here. And I will say, it feels pretty good in the hand. Yeah, it's got a nice spot for you to hold onto it right here with this little lip right here, so it kind of fits nicely in your hands. You get like 2 fingers on the bottom here. Feels pretty good. So the air compressor is getting up to the proper PSI right now too. We have a 26 gallon, 150 PSI tank from Cobalt. It's the Quiet series. So this is a pretty good middle range air compressor that'll work pretty good for this. And it does fall in the parameters for what this gun can do. So it'll be a nice pairing. All right, so it actually did pretty good. There's still a couple spots in there that are, has some pretty caked in dirt and little specks of debris. But for the most part, it got most of the, semi-harder things to get out of the carpet. Definitely a much bigger improvement than what it normally would be with just like a regular vacuum cleaner, so that's a good thing to see. We'll try up front now, but yeah, this is definitely an improvement, and I got to see a lot of the dirt kind of flying up from the carpet. Based on this, how this whole thing works, it's a pretty cool tool, actually. And, if the air compressor part's expensive, but if you have a couple extra bucks, it is a nice attachment you can have in your garage. Wow, I mean, that took no time there. Made definitely light work of it compared to like a normal vacuum. Although that is really loose dirt and debris. Very easy on that. Let's try out the inner carpet now, which again is usually a bit harder than these typical like more coarse floor mats here. All right, so did the driver's side as well, because my my bucket seat there, it has a very interesting texture as well, and it is pretty annoying to detail, honestly. Even with like lint rolling and fabric shaving, it can leave a good amount of just hair on it. It's a pretty interesting material from Recaro. So this didn't do the best job on this one. You can kind of still see some hair there, but again, I don't take the best care of it, so still got a bit of it off. And inside, did a pretty good job inside as well. Just all around, I could definitely see a lot more dust coming up from areas that I don't normally have, since normally when you're vacuuming, you're pulling, and this is kind of shooting a ton of pressure on it. These are good results. Paired this up with like a nice vacuum cleaner or something like that, or a shop vac, and you'll get pretty much anything you want out of these carpets, because that will help really agitate the surface. And it did a really good job, honestly, even just getting most of it out of the car already with it kind of being blown around. You would really just need a very light vacuum after this, and that's kind of the point of it, I'm pretty sure. So in that regard, it did really well, and got in really hard to get areas that you normally wouldn't be able to get with a regular vacuum cleaner. So if you have an air compressor, this is definitely a good tool to have, especially for how cheap it is. So yeah, I'm liking this so far. So that'll wrap up the portion of the detailing part on the Z with this Vortex gun right here. On screen now, you can actually see that Matt put this to the test on his Tesla, and it definitely had a little more dust and dirt and pet hair than my Z did have. So this kind of gives you a better, more like severe use case scenario of this and what this can actually do in your car. And it actually turned out pretty good. He has some nice before and after shots, so you can really see this thing being put to good work. So for a $30 to $40 accessory, this thing works pretty well, and I'm pretty happy with it. So I'm gonna leave links in the description down below. They are affiliate links and they will help us out. So if you have any other questions about it, just drop them down in the comments below. But thanks for watching, and if you all did, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.